Angiosperms are higher plants. We're going to look at the changes that occurred to make the different groups or different kinds of angiosperms over time. This really comes down to a couple little changes that have occurred over time that gave us each individual group. When we start out, we talk about basal angiosperms, and these were the ones that lived during the times of the dinosaurs, and we have ideas of what they looked like based on fossil evidence. But when we start dealing with these, what we find is the basal angiosperms really had two cotyledons and they had pollen with one opening. This then gave rise to a group which today is represented by things like the water lily, where you actually see everything in a spiral format. You can see these very distinctive parts, and these are basically remnants from what happened previously. The group of this is now called the Nymphales. From there was the formation of ethereal oils. You got a folded fan-like carpel. So the carpel actually folded around on itself, but it really didn't necessarily fuse together and make something, but rather it folded on it. And from this we have that group which looks like this. You can see the carpels are folded. When you look at this particular flower, what we're looking at is things, again, are spiraled. The carpel, when you see it, actually is folded and the seed is on the inside of it. And when the seed is released, you get an unfolding of those carpels. This shows another one of the same sort, same group. What you see is the same sort of part. We group these in the magnoliids, and this includes magnolia and tulip poplar, which are the two flowers we have represented there. They have flower parts in threes, and they are spiral. We also have another group where it started to lose one cotyledon. So rather than having two cotyledons, we now only have one cotyledon. With this, we see things like this. This happens to be a banana. You can see in this particular thing that we start to get parallel leaf veins. We have the loss of one cotyledon. This is a picture of oats. Oats are grasses. Again, we have the loss of one cotyledon. So in this particular case, we're looking at monocots. This also has seeds that have one less cotyledon. So they only have one cotyledon rather than the two, which are normal. Here's your banana when it's going to fruit. And we call these, again, monocots. Flower parts are in threes. Leaf veins are parallel. So they are a little bit different from the magnoliids, as even though they have flower parts in threes, there is parallel leaf veination. We don't tend to get things that are spiraled. Then there was the loss of ethereal oils. We got plants that had pollen with three openings instead of one opening. Out of this, we got a great variety of plants that have these characteristics. We still have two cotyledons. We have pollen with three openings, which becomes very easy to be able to visualize. It includes the thistle. We've got a bean plant, and over here on the bean plant, you can see where it's germinated up, and the two first leaves, if we want to call them that, are actually the cotyledons. We've got, this is a mallow type flower. Again, it's quite pretty and quite showy, and it fits this particular description. These are called dicots, and with dicots we have got flower parts in fours and fives, and we've got two cotyledons. So dicots are very interesting, and they are a step up above the other groups. Now, these together form the basal groups of the angiosperms that we deal with. And these are the angiosperms that we can easily find today.